Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Foxy at 50. I'm Nuala Black, and today I want to talk about the very important subject of juicing and why it's very important and essential nowadays to juice. Our recommended daily intake of fruit and veg as recommended by our government is 5 a day, a measly 5 a day. But what's worse than that is most of us aren't even reaching that target. Now, the target set out in Japan, the recommended daily allowance, is 17. So a bit of a difference there, and it's no coincidence that they hold the record for longevity. Yes, the Japanese win hands down at lasting the longest. So could the 17 fruits and veg a day have something to do with it? Definitely. And also they don't have the diet of refined carbs and processed foods that we have. So that also means they haven't destroyed their taste buds, and they actually like the taste of broccoli and so on. So that's one of the things that we have done, is destroy our taste buds. You might want to check out my video on sugar. So because of our diet, we need the fruit and veg more than anybody, particularly countries like the United States and Britain. We have a terrible obesity crisis, and it is from all the wrong foods that we're eating. It's such a bad diet. And then, doctors can't keep up with the demand for all these diet-related illnesses that are all preventable. That's what the extraordinary thing is, they're all preventable. And it would be nice if doctors could just concentrate on the diseases that are not preventable. So nature has made it quite easy for us in that we have all these wonderful colours, so that can point us in the right direction as to what we need. And of course, just a good array of all the different colours is what you're aiming for. But I'm going to start with the purple, the dark purple fruits and veg. Now these are filled with an antioxidant called anthocyanin. Now, when I was just talking about the Japanese, well, there's a particular Japanese island called Okinawa, I believe, and they have the largest number of centenarians on the planet. Again, no coincidence, and they are pretty much addicted to this anthocyanin, and they take it in the form of purple sweet potatoes. Now, you don't have to have purple sweet potatoes, because this antioxidant is in all of these dark purple fruit and veg. So it really is the superfood. So what does anthocyanin actually do? Well, for one, it lowers the risk of heart disease, particularly in women. It boosts cognitive function. It lowers cholesterol, reduces the risks of many cancers. It even actually reduces the risk of any colds and flu. So getting plenty of dark fruits and veg inside us is extremely important. I mean, just look at the centenarians in Okinawa, because this is what they live on. And as I say, the ones that have passed 100, they're not lying in bed old and frail. They're cycling, they're running, they're walking, they're dancing. So if we start with the humble beetroot, I'll let you into a secret. I hate beetroot. I've never been able to stand it, not since I was a child. So that's one of the reasons why I juice it, because I really don't want to eat it at home or out in a restaurant. And the reason why I eat it is because it's full of anthocyanin. It's also full of iron. Now, I'm a vegetarian, so of course iron is important to me. So if you're a vegetarian, vegan, even people who eat meat are often lacking in iron. So again, it's rich in iron. And it's also rich in vitamins A and C. And of course, that's your skincare right there. So if you're looking to keep your skin as healthy and as young for as long as possible, you want something that's high in A and C. Now, it's also really high in magnesium. And again, if you've turned 50, you definitely want to upgrade your magnesium. Magnesium, again, lowers blood pressure, and it gives our muscles more endurance so that we can exercise for longer. It's also full of potassium, so that's really important for cell function. It's got folic acid, it's full of B vitamins. So, you know, so that's why I juice it, because I don't like eating it, but I know it's a lifesaver, it's keeping me young, it's keeping me healthy, it's keeping me fit. So that's a pretty good reason to just gulp down a glass of beetroot juice, isn't it? So we've also got lovely aubergine. So again, this lovely dark purple colour, and that's going to tell you that it's full of anthocyanin. Again, very Mediterranean, the aubergine, or eggplant, as some people call it. Now it's got really strong antioxidants, so it's really good for your skin. It's full of fibre, so it's going to keep you full for longer. And of course, if it's full of fibre, then it's good for the colon, the bowels. Again, these cancers are increasing year on year on. And if we just ate more of fibre-rich foods, it would definitely reduce the bowel cancer rates and the colon cancer rates. I think any doctor or nutritionist will tell you that. So if you don't like it, juice it. You'll just get it into you in the quickest, easiest way possible. Again, for your skin, it's also full of vitamin C. It's also full of vitamin K. Now, K is really good for your bones, particularly if you've turned 50. And a lot of people, most people when they're tested, are deficient in vitamin K. It's a bit like vitamin D. Most people are deficient in that as well. So, I'm not going to go through every single fruit and veg, obviously. Now, I don't tend to juice these. We've got some beautiful blackberries here, some lovely blueberries, cherries, all high in that anthocyanin that I was talking about, red cabbage, dark plums. So I don't juice the fruit because I just love eating it, so I will eat that in a day, every day, easily. So but the vegetables tend to juice just so that, because it's hit and miss with the vegetables. I might have them one day, I might not have them the next day, but I definitely have them every day because I juice every day. So what else is there in the purple variety? Well, I think that's all I've got here at the moment, but just look out for the dark purple. Oh, red kidney beans, they would have it in as well, and there you're getting your protein as well. So really important. Have a look at the dark purple veg, because I think sometimes it gets ignored and it's just so important. Just look at the people in Okinawa. Then of course we've got our green cruciferous veg, which most people think of as being the king of veg. And here I've got some spinach, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, so particularly if you don't like Brussels sprouts, good idea to juice them, kale, again, just to name a few. Now, the thing about raw cruciferous vegetables is that they're goitrogenic. Now, if you have a thyroid problem, if you have low thyroid, if you have hypothyroidism, then you definitely cannot have these raw. You probably already know that. If you're in any doubt whatsoever, do check with your doctor. Now, if you have a normal functioning thyroid, then you're absolutely fine. There's no reason whatsoever to have the green vegetables raw. But if you're unsure, if you don't, then cook them and eat them, because they are so good for you. You still don't want to miss out on them. So what vitamins and minerals are they? Do they have in them? Well, they're full of folic acid, vitamins A and C, vitamin K again for the bones. So again, if you've turned 50, you definitely want to look at that. Full of phytonutrients. That's a plant-based compound that can reduce inflammation and subsequently developing cancer. Just about every time you look at dark green vegetables, they will say something about fighting cancer. So I think they're worth including in your juice. Then we've got our humble carrot, which is exceptionally high in vitamin A, so because it's full of beta carotene, so really good for the skin and vision. So that's not an old wives' tale about vision. And celery, I put loads of celery in the juicing, full of vitamin A and C again, and B vitamins, reduces blood pressure, lowers cholesterol, it's good for arthritic pain. It also contains vitamin E, so that's another good one for your skin. Actually, if you've got oily skin, it's great as a toner. Just pour some boiling water on it, let it cool, and dab the celery juice on your skin. But just if you've got oily skin, it's great for bad breath. It's a diuretic, so it's full of fibre, so it's going to fill you up. And if you suffer from, of course, water retention, anything like that, because it's a diuretic, that's great. And it has so few calories in it, and then the energy it takes to actually digest it negates any calories that were ever in it in the first place. So you can just eat celery, and I think it's the only food where you just won't gain a single calorie. So it fills you up, so not just juicing it, put it in your soups, put it in your salads. It's a fantastic vegetable, so I definitely juice plenty of celery. So then we've got cucumber, which is another favourite of mine. Vitamins A and C again, full of fibre. It's also full of magnesium and potassium. It acts as an anti-inflammatory. It's good for brain function, helps with memory. And again, it's full of water again, so anything like that will fill you up, and it's just a wonderful all-rounder, so I put plenty of cucumber in. Then we've got our turmeric root. Everybody's talking about that now, so you might have heard how good that is. There's so many benefits to turmeric, too many to mention. Like all fruits and veg, it has really good anti-cancer properties. Also good for cognitive function, relieves swelling, indigestion. It's good for your skin, like eczema, psoriasis, acne, too many to mention. So turmeric, you definitely want to put that in your juice. Then we've got our fennel, which is wonderful for weight management because it gives a good feeling of fullness. Acts as a diuretic as well. It actually speeds up your metabolism and can break down fats. Reduces bloating, heartburn, gas, irritable bowel syndrome. So that's a great one, so I always include my fennel. Then we've got ginger, lovely trusted ginger. Now ginger can lower blood sugar levels, boost brain function. If you're feeling nauseous, chew on a bit of ginger, or indigestion problems, PMS problems. There's again so many things that ginger will do. Prevents gum disease. So again, you want to include that, or just chew on a bit for any of those other problems. Oh, and post-workout aches and pains, very good for that as well. So I always make sure that I include it. Then we got our courgettes. Again, very Mediterranean, they know what they're doing. Now these are very high in vitamins A and C, and also vitamins K, so can reduce the risk of osteoporosis, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and many cancers. So courgettes, I mean, they taste fantastic, so eat them whenever you can. But if you're not eating them often enough, then juice them. Oh, it also has vitamin K. So again, well, I mentioned osteoporosis, so definitely good for the bones. Well, I've gone into quite a lot of detail about why we should juice, because I just want to drive home the importance of getting these nutrients into our bodies. Rather than just making a video about all the different recipes, I don't think we really need that, but I can do that later if you would like me to, and include what type of juicer I use and so on. So, I mean, whether your motivation is good skin or lessening your chances of heart disease, cancer, dementia, just start juicing, because it will seriously turn your life around. So I will be back next week with another video. So until then, do subscribe, share, like, do ring the bell for if you would like notification of when the next video comes out. So until then, I'm Nuala Black. Thanks very much for listening. Stay well and bye for now.